What's good, YouTube? It's King Greco, the king of the chase down. I got another crew game for you. This is going to be a 3-on-3 with legit players on both sides. They got Carmelo at point guard, so it's going to be a little bit interesting. But I think you guys are going to enjoy this a lot. And this is going to be the second half of my wishlist video. This is going to be my player wishlist video. The last one's about gameplay, and I looked out some stuff. If I got some time at the end of the game, we're going to get to it. Or I'll write inside the description for those of you guys who like to read. Anyway, I'm going to get right into it because it's going to take a lot of time. And also, I'm going to be talking a little bit fast, so don't get too mad. You can always pause and rewind. Anyway, yeah, first thing I want them to fix is in my player mode is I want them to fix the maximum height. Make the maximum heights like 7'1" and 7'2". Try 7'2", because there's only 2 players in the league taller than that to beat Hashim Thabit and Yao Ming. And also, I think there might be one guy who's in the free agency with like a 40 rating, some Asian guy with like 7'4", maybe I think. But other than that, you're not going to find anybody taller, so why should you be taller and have a team full of giants? That doesn't make any sense at all. And also, for those people who don't know exactly how to abuse the height, at least they'll be like, if they're going to be 99, it won't be 7'5", 99. Because the height is the biggest hidden rating in the game. The height affects blocking. It affects the hop step. That's completely controlled by height. It's not fair. And also, it takes up a lot for spacing and rebounds just because of your height. It's not fair. So they should lower it and make it more realistic. I think they should, in my player mode, you should have an overall slower progression. You should not be hitting 99 in one season or season and a half. Make it take longer, like about span it out over like a few seasons, because that way you'll have a reason to really feel like your mod player is developing, and you'll see the teams and the changes and the management, all that other stuff, the players, you know, like give you a reason to keep playing it longer. Because people like my player mode, they have no problem playing multiple seasons or starting over with brand new ones just because they hit their max too easily. But yeah, they should reward higher difficulty and game style, like with more skill points. If I'm playing on casual or default with in pro, I should not be. Oh, look at that! I just dunked on the entire team, all 5 players, standing dunk. But yeah, if I'm playing on pro difficulty with default settings, I should not be getting more skill points or the same amount of skill points as somebody playing on Hall of Fame simulation, because the wins are going to be much harder for much harder for you to get, but you're getting the same amount of skill points. Like, what's the trade-off? You know, there should be a trade-off for that. That's what I think. And I think that if you're in Hall of Fame, the game should stay just as hard. Yeah, people might not like that, but I think it should stay just as hard. The computers should be able to make a lot of impossible shots. Otherwise, it won't feel like Hall of Fame, you know. And I think your computers should be able to make a lot of shots also. So basically, Hall of Fame is just going to be hard for you and you only. That makes you play like a realistic rookie. You're not gonna real rookies. They don't take 20 shots a game in their first or second game. You know, they don't take over. You'll have to pass it because it's part of the team dynamic and flow. And if you want to win, you're going to pass it to your better computer teammates. That just makes perfect sense to me. And when you get better, then you can start taking over because it'll be easier. But anyway, I think that the coaches set plays similar to your play style. Like if I post up a lot, give me a post up play. If I take a lot of 3-point shots, give me a 3-point, a play that sets me up for threes. If I call a quick ISO all the time, give me a quick ISO play. But I think that look at that. Who else would throw an alley-oop in that situation? But I think that if you should have one choice out of the 4 plays. Like, let coach choose the other 3 and let you choose your own specific play for one of the buttons. And I think that's realistic. For pickup games, they need to fix that opening shot. I don't know how many times I missed that shot at the beginning because it just feel like you can never get the timing right ever. I see everybody miss it, even 99s. So they need to fix that. It's not that important though. I think that they should make smaller players move faster than taller players. So if I'm an athletic power forward and I use that move at a 90, and you're a point guard who's 6 foot and your speed is 90 also, you should be running faster than me. Not much faster, but you should be running faster than me, because it should be another trade-off, because you're gonna have the height, they have the speed. That's basically how it is in real life anyway. So yeah, they should definitely trade. I'm like, oh my god, did you see that? Wow. I think he let his ankles on the floor. But yeah, back to the game. This is gonna be very controversial. A lot of people are not gonna agree with me on this, but I think that they should make it that my players do not carry over to the next season. Why start at the end? It's not gonna be fair for crew games. It's gonna make it boring to play when you're gonna be expecting to average 40 on day one. You're gonna be missing on the fun, the draft combine, on the summer league, and anything else they might add in as a new feature to the game to help you get along. You're not gonna need the drills. It's gonna be pointless if you're gonna just start off at like a 95 or whatever. So yeah, make you start over from scratch like they did this year. I think having my players carry over is dumb, especially if they're gonna add, like, let's say they listen to us and they add new facial features and new hairstyles and all the other craziness. Like how are you gonna change your facial features if your my players carried over, you know? So just make you start over from scratch. Now when it comes to my player voice selection, let us choose different, like a black guy, Hispanic guy, white guy, Asian guy. Let's choose what we think fits our talk, the way we talk. I'm tired of being Drake inside every game, from Call of Duty, Gears of War, and now in this, whatever, and also in the soundtrack you Drake all the time. So yeah, they need to fix that. I think when they should add more hair choices, like if you can choose everybody's jump shot, everybody's free throw, everybody else's whatever, why not be able to choose everybody else's hair, or give us more hairstyles, or like use the vision camera or something, like open the game up to different ways to make us look like ourselves. And I don't think just adding hairstyles that are already in the game to our selection, I don't think that's going to make it that much harder. They probably could have patched that and gave it to us right now. But, because my hair will never look like how it does. I mean, the game hair will never look like how it does in real life for me. If you guys see my Twitter picture, I have waves, and they don't have that in this. They need to, because also the rookies, they're mainly black when you go through the seasons. And you'll see guys coming out as dark as Kembe Mutombo, but they'll have Steve Nash's hair. That doesn't make any sense to me. I think they should open up a passing package, because Steve Nash, Chris Paul, Russell Westbrook, Tony Parker, they don't all pass the same way, and you should be able to choose which one you want to pass like. The only time you really have any option in the different types of passing you do is when you try to either fake pass, or if you try to, you're out of bounds and you try to have the ball like roll in. That's the only way. So I think they need to fix that. Open up more passes, and I think that's something that everybody would like, because the people rate their passing rating because they know it's important. So open that up. Another thing, this is not really necessary. This is like something just for fun. An emotions package, like let me celebrate after something like Jordan, or let me react like Ron Artest. Like, I'm not saying let me punch a fan, but let me choose to be controversial, or let me choose to be like dramatic, exciting, whatever, you know. Make emotion count. Speaking of emotion, they should make you raise your emotion to avoid getting technical fouls. Like if you're gonna be cheap and you're gonna leave your emotion at 50, then you should have to worry about being down the stretch, fouling somebody, and then getting a tech on top of it, which can potentially hurt your team because you were too cheap to raise the rating. You're so busy raising your dunk and your three-point shot. Anyway, I think they should open up dunk packages, because, first off, Blake Griffin needs a dunk package. He should not be sharing Sean Kemp's. 2, let me choose Sean Kemp's. He's in the game. Why can't I choose him for my player? That doesn't make any sense to me. Let me use the dunk packages that are already there. I'm not saying let me use Yao Ming or let me use KG's, whatever, although I wouldn't mind. But if they're already in the game, wow, he got blocked twice on one possession on dunks. That's embarrassing. But yeah, if they're already in the game, open them up to us, you know? I think that you should have to raise your free throw rating if you want to get better free throws. Because if you have a 40 rating, why shouldn't you just be forced to use the generic ones like you are with iso motion and dunks? They should make you raise it if you want to get actual players free throws. You shouldn't be starting the game off with Kobe Bryant's free throw in your first game. Come on. That doesn't make any sense to me. Start off with the generic and then make a name for yourself. Maybe they should add more endorsements, different kinds. Like I'm sure you guys will be able to fill that in. I don't want to spend too much time on that. I can go on forever with that. I want them to make my players run slower when they're dribbling the ball, because in NBA Live they used to have a rating called speed with ball. And I'm not saying lower by a lot. Like if you're a 90 rating in speed, then lower it's like an 87 or something, or 88 when you're dribbling. That way you have to really work the fast break together as a team, you know. And also, if I'm pretty sure if Russell Westbrook and Darren Collison were running at the same speed, I don't know who's gonna win. But if you gave one of them a basketball and told them to run the same distance, I'm putting my money on who doesn't have the basketball. Let him have an all-out sprint, you know. They need to also have AI chosen hotspots, or let you choose your hotspots, because inside the game you do have hotspots with the players. Not your my player, but if you were to edit player with anybody else other than your my player, you will be able to see their hotspots by their stats section. So yeah, go check that out. That might make somebody better in the future, that information. But yeah, like they do have hotspots, so you should be able to choose where your hotspot is, or like based off your play style. Like if I take a lot of mid-range shots at the same spot, make that my hotspot, you know. And I think that they should also have your arrogance. If you answer every question arrogant in a press conference, let that cause you could have unexpected trades, and make it save also. Like, save it, then tell you that you've been traded. Because I don't like when people try to cut the game off to avoid injuries and stuff like that. And yeah, so they need to have like make you answer realistically. I think that if you shouldn't be able to request trades, but that's disgusting. You shouldn't be able to request trades until your second season. So that way, if you are like in your first season, you're not even Kyrie Irving's not gonna be like, I'm not playing for Cleveland, they're losers. Like, no, he's gonna have to play for them, and then maybe he can leave later on. But in real life, you don't call the shots as your rookie. You don't do it. And you can't just like jump on like the Lakers because that's where you feel like you want to play with Kobe or whatever. No. Also, they should change the jerseys up on special occasions, like it's Halloween, it's Christmas, whatever. Change the jerseys up. Make it so that you are using retro jerseys for certain special events. I think the announcers like Clark Kellogg and other guy, I forgot, I keep forgetting his name, but Clark Kellogg and the other guy, whatever, they should mention that when you're about to hit 5,000 points or 100 consecutive double doubles or whatever it is, if it's a milestone, announce it. That's what I think they should do, and I think that's something everybody would want. Honestly, they should probably have more last names. They should have custom draft classes in between the seasons. Let you choose, like maybe throw your friends' names over the people that are rookies, whatever. Maybe choose the real life college players' names and just throw them over the rookies. They should also remove the D League because everybody claims to be an expert. Oh, look at that! We show you how to alley-oop. But yeah, I was gonna say remove the D League. Everybody claims to be the best player of all time, so none of you guys see in the D League anyway. It's a waste of time, waste of money. And everybody who's in the D League probably does not want to be there anyway, and it's hard to get out because it's the level of teammate you have to play with. When it comes to my player also, or crew games, if you play unrealistically physical, you should get injured often. Because it's not realistic to drive into traffic and try to abuse the Euro step or the spin layup, whatever. You're throwing your body in the harm's way, so you should pay for it. Also, they need to have better servers. The long connects, the crew games, they don't count. You end up inside 1-on-1s. They need to fix that. And I'll get back to you after the play of the game.
They fill a nigga from NY to the OC. If we down in the fourth quarter, I take it to OT. And take it to 1-0. Just take it as O and me. Chilling in a hot spot, cause I never get cold feet. Nigga, you on the sidelines praying for an audible. Cause when you're legendary, everything is quotable. Boy. Priceless is affordable. Order what you can't afford. Matter of fact, order more. And I think I'ma have the same thing. My whole team getting cash, I just call it gangrene. Niggas on the track, yeah, be on the track. Since when Kobe and LeBron, who for the same team? Could live my life blind focus. Every time my eyes close, I just tend to fuck around and see the same thing. Yeah, I just tend to see the same thing. They say it's meant to be when you sleep to the same dream. I hooked up with good and been living the change scene. Biatch, what up, Cannon? Boy, I'm trying to turn these gray clouds to vanilla skies. Camera in my face, I guess the future will be televised. And I'm as underrated as could be, bitch. Fuck it if I'm underrated, I stay on some G shit. Nigga, I chief up. It's December 25, 365 forever putting reef up. And your girlfriend forever wanted me to tryna see.
Also for crew games, I want them to be able to change the color of the court because we are not all the same using this. We should not be using the same court. None of us were wearing yellow or white. Those guys, they had away colored jerseys, so you can't even tell which team was at home, but we were actually the away team. They need to change it so we can look the way you want to look. They should also remove that coach. Our coach's name is Jack Daniels, but what's it called? They should remove the coach and let you choose who you want as your coach because everybody's had the same exact basketball headed. He looked like Raymond Felton's father or whatever. But what's it called? Like they need to change that. Let you have whatever coach you want. And yeah, I'm just gonna be showing you guys some random screenshots, whatever, from other games, things like that. But they should also have a appropriate colored jerseys, so you can't use dark colors when you are away, like this team did. They should also show you the entire roster and overall ratings of of both teams in the crew game lobby, so that way they can't hide them on the bench. Show us everybody in their ratings, regardless of whether they want to play them or not, before the game starts, so that way you could avoid having to run into the frustration that is the 30-minute crew game. they should also have a temporary ban on abusers and a permanent ban on long-term abusers. Like basically, I abused, I got caught, okay, I get banned for a day. I did it again, I get banned for a week. I did it again, I get banned for a month. I did it again, that means I'm not learning nothing. I'm gonna keep doing it. So ban me until 2K13 comes out, or make